Poland's railways are already some of my favourite in the world, and today I'm going to be taking you on the revolutionary new low-cost train company that looks to make the experience even better. This is RegioJet, a privately operated Czech company launching express services between Kraków and Warsaw. I'll be taking you on board for a ride in their affordable business class compartments and finding out if this new operator has what it takes to compete with the current PKP Intercity trains. Hello and welcome to the beautiful city of Kraków here in Poland. Today I'm going to be taking a very special journey as I'm travelling with RegioJet up to the Polish capital city, Warsaw. Now, for the longest time, all long-distance train services in Poland have been operated by the state operator, PKP Intercity. However, today is the launch of this new private competition. I'm going to be travelling in their business class, and hey, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for travelling by train. Let's go! Good morning from just outside the main station here in Kraków. In my opinion, Poland's best city. The grand affair you see before me is the old station building, opening in the 1840s, though nowadays this serves no function for passengers. The station was heavily upgraded in 2006 with the opening of an adjacent shopping mall, then followed by a new ticket hall located beneath the present-day platforms in 2014. The modern station is accessed by this footpath, a hidden gem of the city that most passing commuters never stop to appreciate. It's especially good if you like watching trains. Now, this station is not exactly my favourite in the world, with its layout being so complex that various maps are dotted around. Once you're done navigating the various tunnels and passageways, there's a large variety of shops and cafes, and of course fast food outlets. There's even a full supermarket, but stay tuned, as I'll be buying my food on board the train today. This modern concourse is also where you'll find the station's ticket office, with tickets sold for long-distance, regional and international trains, except for private operators such as RegioJet. Kraków Główny sees a vast array of train services from a multitude of different operators, 6 of them to be exact. Most long-distance services are operated by PKP Intercity, a state-owned operator. This includes international services to nearby countries, as well as the high-quality yet very expensive Pendolino service. Local services are operated by Koleje Małopolskie, Koleje Śląskie and ProRegio, each one owned and funded by a different level of government. PKP Intercity's flagship train, the Pendolino, is a really great product that I plan to review on my channel later on. However, it is often criticised as being far too expensive for local salaries. And that's where Poland's brand new train company comes in. RegioJet is a Czech-owned operator, running trains from Prague since 2011 and gradually expanding frequent service into Slovakia, Austria and Hungary ever since. But at such low prices, which I'll tell you about later, will these trains actually be any good? Well, it's time to find out, as my train arrives from the sidings. RegioJet uses a fleet of brand new locomotives from Alstom, part of the ubiquitous Trax family found all over Europe, with this example cleared to run in 6 countries. The carriages are much older, consisting mostly of various second-hand carriages from Germany and Austria. But as I'll soon show you, there's plenty of life in these old vehicles yet. My train today will be the 0849 to Warszawa Wschodnia, or Warsaw East Station. I'm travelling in business class today, the highest of RegioJet's 4 classes of travel. This is situated in car 4, so let's get on board. Business class on RegioJet takes the form of spacious compartments, just 4 seats in each one. I'll be sitting here in seat 3, a forward-facing seat at the window. Today's route sees us first heading west towards the town of Zawiercie, before heading north along the entire length of the CMK, Poland's fastest and most direct railway. Journey time is scheduled to be 3 hours and 32 minutes, covering 346 kilometres or about 215 miles. And we depart Kraków Główny on time at 08:49. This was the first day of service for RegioJet in Poland, making this train's departure an important milestone for rail travel in the country. As I mentioned earlier, I'm travelling in RegioJet's business class, meaning right after departure I'm served a complimentary orange juice, while all passengers on the train, even those on the cheapest tickets, get a free bottle of water. These business class compartments are a seriously civilised way to travel, with just 4 seats in each compartment, rather than the more typical 6 or even 8 on other trains. This seat is very comfortable, akin to a big leather armchair, boasting plenty of padding. There's a separate winged head cushion, and this can be adjusted to match your height. And of course, no train armchair is complete without large padded armrests. As there's no middle seat, the space between you and your neighbour can be used for storage, with an additional table folding out from the back wall. These compartment seats are usually not very good for getting work done due to the lack of room for a laptop. However, here in business class, the window seat gets a large fixed table, while the aisle seat has a sturdy one tucked away here. The first major station we pass is Krzeszowice, a popular commuter town for the city of Kraków. It also sees many long-distance trains on the Kraków-Katowice line. My business class seat also has a very generous recline feature, allowing for a comfortable relaxation position, and even goes into a live flat mode. Each passenger gets a European-style socket situated next to their seat. Above the corridor is the room's control panel. Here you can switch on the room's main light, as well as adjust the room temperature and control the announcement volume. Meanwhile, individual reading lights are situated up here, located on the bottom of the large luggage rack. There's also a coat hook for each seat. This is Trzebinia, one of my favourite stations in Poland. And if you're wondering why this small town with a large oil refinery is my favourite, Platform 1 is home to an excellent pizza restaurant. In summer season, they even have tables situated on the platform, perfect for watching the trains. At the 30-minute mark, we approach the town of Jaworzno-Szczakowa and finally begin heading north towards Warsaw. The route we're taking today is certainly not the most direct railway line between these two cities, with engineering work temporarily limiting the amount of trains allowed on the faster line. In the future, RegioJet plans to improve its offer, reducing journey times to just 2.5 hours on this route, as well as running its services to Kraków, Katowice, Gliwice, Poznań and Gdynia multiple times a day. This means we take a very slow route through some of the Silesia region's most industrial areas, passing stations such as Dąbrowa Górnicza Ząbkowice. Try saying that one 3 times in a row. It's time for something to eat. RegioJet does its onboard service a little differently from most other operators in Europe. There's no restaurant car and no trolley service either. Instead, the staff frequently walk through the train taking orders from the menu booklet. There's a decent selection advertised here. Unfortunately, quite a few things weren't available on this first journey, but some things that weren't even on the menu were available instead. Tea and coffee are complimentary in business class, with a variety of types available on demand. I went for a lemon and ginger fusion, a yellow tea for a yellow train. For my meal, I chose this delicious sweet potato soup, something I hadn't tried before. A yellow soup for a yellow train. And for dessert, I went for the szarlotka, a traditional apple cake served at a very low price. A yellow cake for a yellow train. Okay, that joke's not funny anymore. All meals are served with proper metal cutlery, which was definitely a touch that I appreciated. My soup and cake came to a total of 9 Polish zloty, which I think is an absolute bargain. After 1 hour, we slow down to call at our first and only intermediate stop between Kraków and Warsaw. This is Zawiercie, a town that owes a lot of development to the railway, being located next to the Warsaw-Vienna line when it opened in 1847. The town's industry and population grew rapidly as a result, and the station is still a major stop for all long-distance trains today. From here, we join the Centralna Magistrala Kolejowa, literally translating as the Central Railway Line. This is often argued to be Europe's first high-speed railway, with provision made for running at 250 km an hour. However, the maximum achieved in service was 200 km an hour, nowadays limited to 160 km an hour, while works are carried out to install new signalling. Unfortunately, the scenery on this line is not the most interesting in the world, travelling through some of the most remote parts of central Poland. But let's turn our attention to the inside of the train, where we have 3 more classes of travel to check out, each one we'll visit being cheaper than the last. This is Relax Class, featuring spacious 2+1 seating in an open layout, including free water and coffee. I actually really liked the seats in Relax Class. They were a great shape and also featured huge tables at every single seat for working. Here's my laptop case for comparison. There is a lot of room here. Next is Standard Class, also including free water and coffee. This is available both in compartment cars and the futuristic looking open car, which we'll go to next. These compartments are spacious, again featuring black leather armchairs much like in business class. Though unlike business class, these compartments have a middle seat. There's also a dedicated children's compartment, a great facility to have as it allows children room to safely play without disturbing others. And here's the futuristic carriage I was talking about just now. This so-called Astra carriage is one of the only new build carriages in RegioJet's fleet and features incredibly comfortable seats. But these seats' comfort is not the main draw here, as each one has an entertainment screen. At the time of filming, this was all in the Czech language, but this is planned to be updated, ready for the new timetable launch at the end of 2025. Lastly, low-cost class, the cheapest option by far, with tickets for this journey starting at just 8 Polish zloty. All you get here is a reclining seat and a bottle of water. There's not even a guarantee of a plug socket, but the value is still incredible. As the last car of the train, there's a great view out the back, allowing you to watch the passing flatlands here in the Świętokrzyskie region. Despite running in such a sparsely populated area, the high-speed line has a few stations along the way. This one is Warsaw Północ, serving a town of just 10,000 residents. These RegioJet trains are also equipped with free Wi-Fi, available in all classes on the train, and this was pretty good for browsing and messaging. All classes except low cost also have access to the Onboard entertainment portal. I decided to try my hand at some of the games, though I couldn't really figure it out. As we speed north, we pass Idzikowice, home to a major overhaul and maintenance facility. And wait, is that an ICE 3 Neo from Germany? Let me know in the comments if you know what this is doing here. Every carriage has a toilet, located at the end of the vehicle. Despite the carriage's age, these were in great condition, with modern vacuum toilets being fitted. The soap and water were both working fine, with plenty of tissues to dry your hands. We are now leaving the CMK line and begin to head east into Warsaw, passing through Grodzisk Mazowieckie, well within the commuter belt of the Polish capital. Most long-distance trains to Warsaw serve 3 stations, and this one is no exception. Warszawa Wschodnia, or Warsaw West, is the first of these, currently in the last few stages of a total rebuild. After a few minutes wait, we continue,
heading beneath the many skyscrapers dotting the skyline, Warsaw being known for having one of the highest amounts of skyscrapers of any city in Europe. Our next stop is Warszawa Centralna, or Central Station. This opened in 1975, alongside the tunnel beneath the city, allowing trains to run through the centre of the capital on the way to other cities. So how much did this ride in business class cost? Well, I paid 79 Polish zloty, booking 1 week ahead, which I think is fantastic value. The competing Pendolino service is usually around double that, in my experience, for a second class ticket. We arrive into Warszawa Wschodnia, or Warsaw East, just 1 minute late, at 12:22. Overall, this was a great ride with RegioJet in Poland, offering a comfortable and spacious compartment with friendly service, and all at a great price. But this isn't the only impressive privately owned train company in Europe, with RioJet in Spain also launching their incredible Freccia Rossa high-speed trains, which you can learn about by clicking up here now.